Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. This is your future play potato, JustAPotato, and welcome to another video of Cosmic Frontiers. And today we are entering Botania, thus entering HV. Now before continuing, I think I'll change a bit how I did the videos and how I record them. Because I was feeling, well, because I always rewatch the videos after I upload them, and I feel they are getting a bit heavier. And yeah, myself, I stopped being interested up to a point on the videos. So I might change a bit how I record them and edit them, just a bit, not so much, especially to make them a bit more lighter instead of heavier. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. And if you have any recommendation or something that you want to see different, please tell it. Write it on the comments. I will be very happy to read them. Anyway, in the last episode, we basically entered MV and we finished with all of the machines that we are going to be using through all of our journey up to HV. A lot of things. And with that, we've also got a lot of circuits, cheaper circuits. This is very nice. Look at this amount of circuits. This is everything very, very cheap. Now, two things I did in between episodes is first I made an MV macerator. I've also did this small distillation zone. Here we have a lot of lubricant and here a lot of distilled water, which are still producing. I've also put our LV basic ore washers, sifter, and thermal centrifuge. And our three miners, I've upgraded them into the advanced version, so up to MV. Now there is a lot of preparations that I had to do for this episode, as we are going to be entering Botania and getting a lot of materials required for HV. So the first thing is I use this macerator to macerate this dust right here. So a lot of ambrosium and a lot of sanite. If we look at this, it takes 11 seconds to macerate one ambrosium, the same with the sanite. So they do take a bit of time, so that's why I did this off camera. As well as made some stainless steel, which is fairly easy. It's just iron, nickel, manganese, and chromium. Manganese we are mainly getting from pyrolusite right now. This is an overworld vein, and we also have on the nether. Now this stainless steel, I've also been batch crafting it because it takes 37 seconds with nitrogen, and we need a lot of them to enter into HV, sorry. As you can see, I already have almost 3 stacks. That is stainless steel. Now in regular GregTech, stainless steel is the only material that you actually need to enter HV. So we would be able to right now enter HV. However, this is Cosmic Frontiers, and we do need a second alloy, and that is Galvanized Ethersteel ingots. Now this Galvanized Ethersteel, for this we need to enter into Botania, because there is a chemical reaction that we need to do in order to get TerraSteel, which is needed for Galvanized Ethersteel. Similarly to stainless steel that we also need for this. So we need to do a lot of stuff on Botania. So let's get started. Now right now starting Botania is like regular Botania, so we need a petal apothecary first, that is mana up. And if we come to our weird sprig zone, here we should have a bunch of flowers. I'm going to take 1 stack of each. Now the zone for Botania is just right here. And yes, it is not finished. It is not finished at all. This floor here, it is finished, but the glove itself is not. I was thinking of doing like a kind of glove, encased glove, and here we will have all of our flowers and stuff for Botania. But I was thinking about the future, and if I want to keep building on this fort here, or I want to change the way I'm building. Because there is a lot of machines that we need to house, and yes, I'm just thinking a bit on how to proceed with building and base building, because I don't want to do a long base. I want to do something decorated. So I just stop here, right like this, and I put this this glass roof right there, so we can build some machines here, and they won't explode. But yeah, this is a work in progress. I don't know if I'll continue, if I'll finish this, or if I'll ever finish the fourth. So maybe we move out of this zone and we find a new place to call home. But for now, we will be using this zone for Botania. So let's put our Petal Apothecary here. And we are going to be doing 2 flowers. So the first flower we are going to be doing is a pure daisy. We are actually going to do 4. And the pure daisy, we need this to turn all of stone into living rock. This will take a bit of time. There is it, living rock. And we will be turning these logs into living logs. Which is the name? Yes, living wood. Into living wood. And there is it, living wood. Now some of this living rock, we are going to cut it in order to get the living rock plates. And with this we should be able to craft our first diluted mana pool. Now we will also need a Wand of the Forest. This is classic for Botania. It's like the range for all of the Botania things. And if we throw this, we should be able to get our first End of Flame. Which is going to be the way we are going to be producing some mana right now. Now I don't remember how to do all of this stuff, so you'll have to be patient with me. Now with this glass lens, we should be able to craft a mana spreader, and with this we should be able to spread the mana into here, I suppose. Like this, and like this. Okay. I'm sorry, this is the first time in a very long while I'm playing with Botania. So if I throw some charcoal, it should burn. Yes. And we should be getting some mana into here, I suppose. Yes. It is very small, but there is a bit of mana. Now we need some mana in order to make some mana diamonds, because we need 1 for the regular mana pool. As you can see, I've been sifting a lot of diamonds because the mana diamonds, they require flawless diamonds. We could craft them in a laser engraver, but we need HP. We don't have HP. We are working towards HP. So I've been sifting and counting together with all of the exquisite diamonds that I got. We have 1 stack of flawless and half a stack of flawless diamonds. So we can grab 1 for now. We only need 1. And we should not yet be able to throw the diamond. We have to wait a bit more. We will wait. No, this is full, and now we should be able to just throw the diamond. And we get our first mana diamond. As you can see, I made 2 more End of Flames. I don't want to spam End of Flames yet, because we are not really going to be using them that much. But now we have a mana pool. We can start bombarding this with mana. This should be better, I suppose. Let's see. Is it better? I really can't tell if this is... Yes, this is filling up. Well, this is going to take a lot of time. Now, while this is filling up, let's do more stuff. Now, to progress, we will need to build a mana simulator. And these mana simulators, they take these new mechanical flowers, which we need also to craft. And this is the Gregefied part of Botania in this mod pack. Either way, for these 2 things, and also for the runic altar, we need some blacker lotus. And for this, we need some wither roses. And a lot of mana. We need a lot of mana. But we need wither roses. How do you get wither roses? Well, you need to get a wither and explode on some mobs. This is a fairly simple thing. We have a lot of wither skeleton skulls, You only need 3. And if we come here, I've already prepared a small stone for withers with a lot of chickens, which are going to be our sacrifices today. Now, of course, this is going to be a bit cheaty. So in order to collect the items, we are actually going to be using a magnet upgrade for the backpacks. This thing, we are going to just invoke it right now. We will see what to do to kill it. Now this shouldn't explode the blocks. And it shouldn't kill me. As you can see, we get the wither roses. Now, kill the wither. That was not the plan. That was not the plan. Okay. Unfortunately, that was not the plan, and now we have a wither roaming around our place with a lot of wither skeletons, and this is bad. How are we going to solve this? As you can see, I wasn't prepared to fight the wither. I suppose this is a good plan. I'm just flying like the wither. Easy. Where is the star? There is it. Apart from the nether star, we also get these wither eyes, which are for end remastered, so it's something that we need to keep. And we also get a lot of books from Epifight, so that is very nice. And we also get another star, right? The wither is done, and with that we get our wither rose. This wither rose, we are able to throw it into a mana pool, and we should be getting our blacker lotus. Now, before continuing, I've noticed that this quest is still locked up, and I've checked, and we need curiously this MV circuit quest from Digital Roots, which is the quest line for applied energy sticks. In order to get this, we need this energy acetator quest. In order to get this, we need to craft the energy acetator. So we have to craft one. Okay. I don't want this. So those are those quests, and we need an MV circuit. And there is it. Now we should be able to see, yes, this quest here. Now let's throw this energy acetator here, because we are not using it. So if we put all of these things together, we should be able to get a runic altar. Let's come here and put it right here. I suppose this will take mana from here, if it uses mana. I'm not really sure how to use it. This is all discovering right now. But with this runic altar, we should be able to craft a lot of things, new things. And one of these ones is the mana simulator, which is going to be the Gregefied way of getting mana. In this case, potent mana. Huh, I guess this really is a tech mod after all. Of course it is. Now if we throw, yes, if we throw these mana steel cables, these mana steel plates, one circuit and one blacker lotus, we have to drop the living rock. Or maybe not. Let's get one, let's see Botania. I think it's going to be best to read. Oh, this will take so much mana. I just realized there is a green thing over the image of the mana simulator. This will take so much time. Now with this we should be able to craft this. So do I have to throw this? Yes! And that's how we get our mana simulator. The controller, of course, of the multi-block. It's a multi-block. Now, before that, we also need to input something new. That is a mechanical flower. We have 6 options to choose for mechanical flowers. We have the mechanical entropinium, which uses TNT. The thermality, which uses lava. The Kimurus, which uses cakes. Rafflosias, which uses flowers. Punch Dew, which uses leaves, and the Rose Arcana, which uses Cognitum. I think the best flower to use that is easier to automate would be the Mechanical Entropinium. But we're going to be using lava. This is going to be much more simpler than crafting TNT. I would love to use the Rafflesia. The problem with this is that we need the Rafflesia flower, and for this we need pixie dust. And pixie dust is an EV EV craft, so yeah, it's not something that we can do right now. But anyway, we need to craft a thermality. And for this we need to enter into runes. So let's start with the rune of fire. We need some gunpowder, nether bricks, nether warts, mana powder, and mana steel ingots. And now we throw the living rock and right click, and that's how we get rune of fire. We can do the same but with a block of coal, red mushroom, and stone to get the rune of earth. And now in this Petal Apothecary, we can only throw 2 mystical orange petals, 1 red petal, 1 rune of fire, and 1 rune of earth, and the seed, and we get our thermality. Now for the mechanical thermality, we also need a rune of mana, which is fairly easy. We only need 5 mana steel ingots and 1 mana pearl. Now we throw the living rock, and we get our rune of mana. Now if we throw 1 blacker lotus, 2 mana steel plates, 2 envy circuits, the rune of mana, and the thermality. Now we just throw the living rock, and we get our mechanical thermality. Isn't that a quest? No, it is not. What do I need? Runic altar, mana simulator. It is not finished yet. Oh, I need the MV energy hatch and the mana glass. Oi. I need 40 of this. Now, will this be enough for the 40? It is. It is enough. And I should have an MV hatch here. There is it. Those are the quests. Higher beings, your executioners. Story. Let's read this before continuing. The supply of mechanical flora rings a bell within the depths of my mind. Why aren't there fields of metallic flowers catalyzing and terraforming this empty world? This place must be under the jurisdiction of an angel. It's weird not to see a virtue govern this stellar body or the skies above. I need to jot down what I remember before my memories fade once again, or worse, someone realizes I'm remembering things I shouldn't. In the avarice of humanity, there are 3 bodies of authority. The overseers. I only ever knew them by name, but they live in the original universe with the ability to manipulate time and even the multiverse itself. Their rulings are absolute, and anyone found breaking them will be punished without mercy. However, they are far from gods written in fictional past writings. They are nothing but humans with unfathomable power, and you might as well consider them one. The Scripturer. While the overseers stuff their mouths and indulge in their desires at a galactic scale, they tend to lack the omnipresence to observe entire contained universes. They created the Scripture. The Scriptures are vast computational arrays hanging outside the flow of standard time that can influence a whole universe if they choose to. Their purpose is to observe and flag errant behavior by default. The Virtues. Something I wish never to meet. The Sword of the Scriptures. Virtues enact the wills of the Scriptures while staying within the universe's allowed rules of causality. They are terrifying, and I've seen entire planets turn to rumble by them on the news. They are one entity armies hell-bent on following orders. The story is getting deeper. Very nice, very nice. I like this. I'm liking this. So there are 3 great entities that govern all of this universe, or rather say like array of universes, and we should be worried for how much are we learning, or rather say how much are we relearning from our memories. Now I suppose it's like the overseers are the like the ones that are like the moderators of the universe. The scripturers are the ones that make all of the rules and the stuff that are required by the moderators, so the overseers. And the virtues are the ones that actually put all of these rules and stuff like in practice, and are the ones that they actually control and control of all of this stuff. That is very nice. That is very nice. I'm really liking all of this story. It is very interesting. But anyway, now that we have our mana simulator, it is time for some building. Now, this is not the best looking setup. It is very weird how it looks, and I would have liked to make it a bit more fancy. But as I said in the beginning, I am thinking of moving out of this place and building another place for all of our HV plus needs. So HV, IV, EV, LUV, and so on in another place. So we have this array of machines. Up to this chemical dehydrator is going to be our chemical reaction for galvanized ethersteel. We have this advanced mana fluidizer. Basically acts like a mana pool, but it accepts the potent mana that we're going to be crafting using this multi-block, the mana simulator. The mana simulator, it takes one mechanical flower. In our case, it will be the mechanical thermality. And because we are using the mechanical thermality, we also need to input some lava in order to create potent mana. So we need to get lava. And of course, we are getting lava from the nether. Where else? Yes, right there is a large pool of lava. So we are going to be going there. Oh, this is pumping lava. That's what we need. Now the only thing left is to put the ender tank here, and we should be getting lava here. Now we can only chunk load all of this, and that is enough. We can go back. Now, this should be working? Yes. We are crafting potent mana. And we are getting lava here into this hatch. With potent mana, instead of having to throw stuff here on this mana pool, what we can do is, for example, if we want mana diamonds, we can just throw the flawless diamond into the mana fluidizer, and we will be getting potent mana diamond with one bucket of potent mana. So I've been AFK for a while. We've got almost half a million of potent mana, and I've also filled up this mana pool as well. So we should be able to start with all of the galvanized ethersteel ingot processing. I hope it is enough. The first thing that we have to do is do a lot of these diamonds. We also need a bunch of mana powder and a bunch of mana pearls. Ooh, I only have enough for 55. So the rest of the mana pearls, we can grab a bit of potent mana, and we can grab the mana fluidizer, and we can just throw the ender pearls here, and we will get mana pearls with half a bucket of potent mana. Now the first thing that we are going to do is grabbing a bunch of this ambrosium and sanite. We can grab some liquid aluminum, and in a chemical reactor we can put both sanite ambrosium and the liquid aluminum, and after 20 seconds we will be getting 12 pieces of sunk aluminate dust. Now this basically consumes 4 ingots of aluminum, 4 pieces of sanite, and 4 pieces of ambrosium. As you can see there, we get the sano aluminate dust. We need 48 of this to start with all of the process, and then we will also be needing 4 of this sano aluminate dust for each 8 galvanized ethersteel ingots we want to craft. So it is a good idea to have this processing while we do other stuff. Now, if we combine some sulfuric acid with some mana diamonds, mana powder, and mana pearls, After 6 seconds, we'll be getting 2 buckets of mana crystal slurry. This one we can output it to another advanced mixer, in which we are going to mix it together with some hydrochloric acid. This after 6 seconds will get us prepared TerraSteel, which is set up here. Now in order to process the prepared TerraSteel, we need 48 sand aluminate dust, and these ones are not going to be consumed. So that's pretty much good. So we have to input also some potted mana. And after 6 seconds we will be getting unstable TerraSteel. We get 8 buckets. Now this unstable TerraSteel, what we have to do is combine it with some mana steel dust in a chemical dehydrator. I have all of this, what I'm doing right now. It should be enough to craft 2 stacks of TerraSteel, I hope. We can throw this here, and after 6 seconds again, we will get our first piece of TerraSteel dust. And there is it, TerraSteel. Now we need to supply our EVF with some potent mana. So we can take this ender tank and we can just throw it here. So we should be getting potent mana, and we only have to throw the TerraSteel here. And after 60 seconds, 1 minute per piece of TerraSteel, 24 minutes I'll have to wait, we will get our first ingot of TerraSteel. So much time, and if we would be using MV hatches, sorry, only 1 MV amp, it would take 120 seconds. So yeah, 60 seconds is really not that bad, considering that. And that's our first ingot of TerraSteel. We are so close to getting our first galvanized Ethersteel ingot. Now for this we need to wait for another minute to get those last 2 to get that last TerraSteel that we need for the craft. We need 4 of stainless steel, 2 of TerraSteel, and 4 of the cyanoaluminite. And with all of that we should be getting a lot of galvanized Ethersteel. But there is also another thing that we can do with TerraSteel, and that is this TerraSteel armor, which, as you can see, it has 24 pieces of insulation. So it is pretty much nice. Now for the armor we need a full set of regular mana steel armor. This should be pretty much easy to do. This mana steel armor also has some insulation, but we want to upgrade this. It doesn't also have more insulation, but it also has more armor and the armor softness. Now for this TerraSteel armor, it is pretty much easy to do. We need a lot of living wood, TerraSteel, and tools, and the mana steel helmets and suit, but we also need these runes. So yeah, it is a bunch more of microcrafting that we need to do. We need 4 runes: the rune of spring, summer, autumn, and winter, which it shouldn't be hard. That's how we get our 4 runes. So we need 3 plates of TerraSteel per each piece of the armor. And this works. TerraSteel plates. We also need 2 living wood twigs per each piece of the armor. A hammer and a file. And then the piece of armor with its rune. That's how we get a TerraSteel helmet, the TerraSteel leggings, the TerraSteel boots, and the TerraSteel chest plate. Oh, this is going to look so nice. Look at me. I am green now. I'm like a cactus. Now I can grab this potent mana back, replace it for some nitrogen, and now if we throw the stainless steel together with TerraSteel and cyanoaluminate dust, after 1 minute we will be getting our first ingots of galvanized Ethersteel, together with some alumina, which we can throw together with some carbon to get aluminum, and some electrum, which we can either use it for circuits, HP circuits, or we can macerate it into dust and then centrifuge it for silver and gold. I think I'll save them, because we will be using also a lot of this for, at least for the beginning of HV, until we get better circuits. And there is it, our first 8 ingots of galvanized ethersteel. And there is the quest. Now let's do our first 2 HV machine casings, which together with some polyethylene and gold wires, we should be able to get our first 2 HV machine holes. With ethersteel and stainless steel, you can produce holes of expanded arcane for prowess as well as voltage. Welcome to HV. And that's how we unlocked Glumper chemistry. HV. Got it all? Yes, so we need the advanced integrated circuits, which we have here. And we also need 1 cancel coil. And with this, we have unlocked HV. Welcome to HV. General Chem is harder here, however, you now can unlock AE2 autocrafting. Blah blah blah, please hold requests, blah blah blah, I'll do more of the quest book, descriptions in UV, blah blah blah, I'm really lazy, blah blah blah, I don't want to write a whole chapter just to refactor 20 to 50% plus of it later, blah blah blah. Ghostipedia is full of soup. Of course, I agree. But anyway, we are here on HV. Some new things that can be quite important. We have the ability to enter the end. We have the ability to enter the Undergarden. We can also get our first important multi-block, which will be the Large Chemical Reactor, or best known as LCR. We'll be using a lot of this. And we can also start crafting the clean room, which is going to be actually our next objective actually. Yes, I think this is going to be our next objective, together with the advanced assembler too. So yeah, I think our next objective will be to get a clean room, and then the following episode will be getting our first EV circuit, and maybe, just maybe, our first IV circuit. Yeah, I suppose this is doable. If we are capable of doing the EV, I think we are also capable of doing the IV. So yeah, I think this is going to be the next the objective for the following 2 episodes. So first we will be getting a clean room, and then we will be getting our first IV circuit and our first EV circuits, and with the rush circuits. And after that, I'll most likely move out of the base or reconsider how I want to build all of the base. Because yes, the actual plan I was having is not going to work, I think. I was thinking of expanding below and then just building from there. But considering all of the huge machines that we are going to be needing, we need a lot of space. And I mean a lot. So yeah, it is something that I want to reconsider. But anyway, look at this. We got our first HV machine hull. This is the most important thing. And this is the end of the episode. So, I already told you what I'm going to do for the next episode and the following episode. So, if you're still here, thank you for watching. And as always, I hope you have a better day, because it can always be better. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.